I also bring up the fact that Lola's redesign does not do anything in regards to representing strong females nor female empowerment, when it does the exact opposite of what it originally intended to be. I mean, if you look at her original design between her 90s look and her so-called new design, you can clearly see they de-womanized Lola, which is no different than saying desexualized, which that in itself misses the mark of what Lee wanted to do for the character. Yet I really don't think he cares. I mean, seriously, if the guy wanted to show true female empowerment, he would have kept the original design and personality, which would have sent a loud enough message to the SJW bitches out there that Lola was back and going to kick ass on the court once more. Here's an article from the Toronto Star which explains the failure in the message of Lola's redesign, saying, quote, "It's certainly a good thing for girls to see empowered women on screen, and that means more characters to emphasize athleticism, intelligence, leadership character traits that have always had a good showing in female characters on screen. But changing Lola does not only introduce a new athletic rabbit to the next generation of kids, but it sends an implicit message to those who already knew and Lola in that order to be a role model, she had to stop being sexy the way she was. It is the cartoon equivalent of policing what women wear or shaming them to be upfront about their sexual desire, even though it's probably not intended that way." End quote. The author of this article clearly understands what is considered between actual female empowerment in media to what is straight up sexist and uncultured. Yet I give her props to being one of the only few to call this sexist shit out for what it is compared to those idiots like the Mary Sue and Comic Book Resources, aka CNN for Comics, that praises the new designs like it's the bestest ever! Since Rey from Kathleen Kennedy's Star Wars, or having two elementary girls in a same-sex relationship in an episode of The Owl House. Ironically, the wife to one of the writers of the show just so happens to be Noelle Stevenson of the Netflix She-Ra reboot. Yet, I believe it was done not for them to have their own private prom for themselves, but continuing to intentionally confuse kids in the name of politics, worse than Teletubbies, but who knows.
What did you say, punk?
Lee, of course, is trying to justify his actions in the EW article that he wanted to represent the authenticity of strong, feminine-type women, when the redesign clearly shows he's just being a sexist, uncultured hypocrite who's only using Lola to earn brownie points with the fucking SJW feminazis out there like those in the WNBA itself, which is just as woke as the NBA itself, which LeBron James is the mouthpiece of, more like his asshole. Yet these women are determined to continue the war on sex and men by saying those who are beautiful, sexy, or even manly are considered sexist and therefore should be shamed for it in any way possible. Yet they're the ones who are insecure and sexist themselves, who just want to make those people who do give a shit about how they look to be as miserable and unhappy as they are.
40% of our workforce has dropped dead from some sort of mysterious illness. The hardier folks have just turned into hideous mutants. We don't know what's causing it. But we have some hunches.
Funny.
Which I say to that crap, fuck you for trying to make people as insecure and sexist and ignorant as you are. You do not have the authority of any kind to fucking dictate how people should look, feel, or even act. So you should take this fascist shit right back up your asses and send it back to hell, because everyone is done with your sexist bullshit.
Yes! Yes! Oh, yeah! Can you feel that, buddy? Huh? 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 I have exorcised the demons. This house is clear.
As I said earlier in this video, I believe the actions of both the director and the studio clearly shows that they're using Lola as a means to an end when it comes to continuing the war on gender, culture, society, even history. Need I say more?
Together, we could change the world, but you're still chasing after honor for chump change. When are you gonna wake up?
So you sold out to La Paradox for the money?
No, you're not listening. He's just a means to an end.
Wow. And I thought you were smart. Do you really think he's going to just let you go? He owns you now. You're his puppet. And when you've served your purpose, he's going to cut your strings.
I'm nobody's puppet.
From all the responses I've seen on Twitter about the whole issue regarding Lola's recent redesign, there's a lot of ridiculous reasons, yet only a few legit ones, with one of them I already pointed out earlier in the video, that the studio intentionally de-aged her from looking like an adult to what looks like a preteen, which would explain why her breasts are missing or barely there. Definitely to market her to young women and little girls as the so-called better role model than her 90s version, which they say are too offensive because she had boobs, which is something to be shamed for even for a fictional female character, similar to what they did to Lara Croft in the 2012 Tomb Raider reboot game.
I'm only trying to turn you into a lady. And a lady should be modest.
Yes, a lady should be modest.
Even despite being her new outfit, you can clearly see they made Lola's design look more like Bugs without curves or shape.
It looks like something that comes from the Colonel, all right, but the legs are picked clean, and I don't see any breasts.
Which ruins who she is completely, yet her new voice actress only recently confirms my worst fears of the film itself, despite the huge amount of fan service we're going to be expecting. The second redesign of Lola Bunny, with the recent removal of Pepe from the new Space Jam movie, only proves this film is more about focusing on identity politics than mere entertainment and fun. Hey guys, it's Retro Meister again. Thank you for watching this video. If y'all enjoyed it, definitely share, like, and subscribe to my channel for more content coming up soon, and support in the battle for alternative media. You guys stay awesome, and I'll see you all in the next video.